Hi everyone, my name is Piterpakulski. Today we are starting a new model, a new business plan. This will be a bakery. I hope you will enjoy this process of wonderful modeling. Like, share, subscribe our channel, order financial models from scratch. At the end screen of this video I will give you the link to the playlist where I will be keeping all these tutorials. So as you can see, as usually we have empty Microsoft Excel tab. We are doing everything from scratch. And today we are talking about a small business again. But despite of bakery being a small business, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that we must not be detailed. So we will be detailed as usual, and I will be showing you how you can create the model for this type of business. So first of all, let's do basic preparations. So first of all, what we need to do, so we need to create two lists. The first list will be the list with products. So let's say it will be list of products. So this will be the first block of inputs. So here we have this column will be product. So here we will be naming, for example, bread 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Just a second and freeze. So bread, let's say how many items, for example 50, and for example cake 1, so you can name 40, 50. So here we will place a list with our products that we will be selling in our bakery. So these are the inputs. So we are coloring these cells with specific colors. So now we are creating the rule, the unique rule for our model. So all inputs will be colored with this color, with blue. Other cells will be will contain formulas, and we will not be touching them. So the first block will be the list of products. Then many steps ahead, during scenario analysis, we will want to switch on and off different products from calculations. So for that purpose, I will create on and off status for them. So for that purpose, I will use data validation. So these are the inputs as well, so I'm coloring them with blue. Then next step, I will write a formula to make Excel understand that if on is 1, if off is 0, if this cell equals to this cell, I will put 1, otherwise 0. So for example, if I want to switch off this or that item from calculations, I will just switch it off, and I will exclude all revenues and direct expenses from our model, just switching off in this block of inputs. Then what I will do, I will create another list. This will be a list of ingredients that will be playing part in recipes. So this will be ingredients for recipes. So this will be another block of inputs. So this will be the ingredient name. So guys, I'm just thinking right now, right with you. So I'm just making some assumptions. So ingredients name, then price per unit of this ingredient, so this will be ingredient 1, for example. This will be the input, so I'm coloring it with blue. Let's say, for example, we will have 500 ingredients, for example. So now here we can specify the price in dollars per unit of this ingredient. So for example, let's start with $0.3. $0.3. Let's create some so this will be the price per 1 unit of this ingredient. Let's copy it, paste it as numbers, color it like we colored the inputs. Now let's create the on-off button for switching on and off different ingredients from calculations to see how they affect the financial efficiency. Now we will need global and local coefficients for the price of ingredients if we would like to see what will happen to simple discounted payback period, if the cost of ingredients will rise or decrease of some ingredient or for a group of ingredient. So that's why we will need some coefficients. So we will have global coefficient, local, let's say local coefficient, then global coefficient, so local coefficient will be 100%, the base value. This is the input. Now we will create global coefficient, so let's click format cells and put it so alignment will be center, center, left, bottom, top. Let's do it like this. Okay. And now this will be the final price per unit. Of ingredient. So what I will do, I will take this column, multiply on this value, multiply this value, and multiply this value, but this value I will freeze. Now I'll extrapolate this formula to the bottom. So why we need this table? So if we, for example, want to exclude some components from recipes, we can do it like this. Or we can, for example, decrease their costs by 50%, or we can increase the price for this component by 40%, or we can assign the general growth of cost of ingredient on 30% for all of them. So when the whole model will be ready, this will give us an opportunity to play with scenarios very fast and easy. So that's why we are creating the fundamental base for this scenario play. So so here we are switching on and off different items from the price list. Here we are listing the ingredients and the price per unit of this ingredient. We can switch them on and off. We can increase and decrease the cost of each ingredient, and then we need to move to the recipe. So I will call this tab the model, and then I'm gonna create a new tab and call it recipes. So what I will do now, I will put here the products. I will place, just a second, so this will be Arial. Okay, so products I will be pulling from here, from this table. Then here on the right I will be placing the ingredients. So the ingredients, so here will be the ingredients. So products, let's place ingredients here. So I will use transpose function, and I will be pulling the data from this table. So here we are able to see the list with ingredients. And in this tab we will once and forever create recipes for our products, and then we will be playing with scenarios. So here will be the inputs. So in this table, in natural matrix of these ingredients, we will place how much of this ingredient we will need to produce 1 unit of bread 1. So this means that we need 0.003 units of ingredient 1 to produce 1 unit of bread 1. And here in this area we will be, so for example, we will need to produce just a second, for example, so this means that, for example, to produce 1 unit of bread 1, we will need 0.003 units of ingredient number 1, 2 units of ingredient 9 to produce 1 unit of bread 1, then 8 units of ingredient 18 to produce 1 unit of bread 1, and for example 0.7 units of ingredient 22 to produce 1 unit of bread 1. And this will be how much of different ingredients are needed to produce 1 unit of bread 1. So these are this ingredient, this ingredient, this ingredient, and this ingredient are participating in producing of 1 unit of bread 1. So now what I will do, I will just I will freeze like this. I will extrapolate this data to the right. So this is the area where we once and forever place the consumption of different ingredients that are playing part in this or that recipe to produce 1 unit of this or that bread or this or that cake, and so on. What else? Here now we need to add costs. So now we need to add switch on and off, and we need to add the price per this ingredient. So ingredient on off. So I will be using VLOOKUPs. So I will be searching this value. I will be searching this value in this table. In this table, I will need 1, 2, 3, the fourth column, and I will need exact match. And if error, I will place here a 0. Then I will be freezing this table. And then let's press OK, press enter. Now let's extrapolate it. Now, so what we are fighting for, so for example, if we want to switch off ingredient number 6 from calculations, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we will be excluding all these natural consumption of ingredients from the cash flow. Then let's add here a line, ingredients price. So I will be using VLOOKUPs as well. So I will be searching this value, so the name of the ingredient in this table, and then we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th column. So this is the table that I will be searching. Then I will need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th column. I will need exact match. If error, I will be placing 0. So these are the prices for per 1 unit of this ingredient. Then we will add here on off for products. And now what we will do, we will calculate the costs of of producing one bread one, for example, I will be multiplying the consumption of this ingredient, on this value, and on this value. So here I will start a new table. So this will be the end of this table. Now what we will do, we will put here equals, then we will take the consumption, then we will multiply it on this value, we will freeze this line, then we will multiply it on the price per unit of this ingredient, and then we will be multiplying on the product cake on off. Here we will be freezing the column. So this will be dollar value. And now I will be extrapolating these formulas to the right. Now I will extrapolate it to the bottom. And now I will create totals for that. Total cost of ingredients per product. Now I will create totals for this line. I can try to do it a little bit
faster starting, so I need to start these totals from the SI.
from here till this value. Now I'm pressing enter, so this will be the costs. So this is the cost of per one cake of this. These are the costs. Let me okay, so this is the product. These are the costs. So here so for example, costs per product, I will pull this data from here. Dollar per product. So if we, for example, want to increase the cost, for example, twice, we can see how the numbers are changing here. If we would like, for example, to increase only the cost of the cost of ingredient for just ingredient number 1, we can do it, for example, like this. Or we can switch off ingredient number 1 from calculations, for example. So I think that now we are quite detailed about the costs of production for our different types of bread, different types of cakes. So for example, we can, for example, say that we need 5 units of ingredient number 1 to produce 1 bread. This we need 8 units of ingredient number 15. We can put here zeros, for example. You can see how everything is changing here. So now we can see in dollars the cost of each ingredient per one unit of bread 1. So it will cost us $1.50 for ingredient number 1. It will cost us $13.6 for this ingredient to produce 1 bread 1. And this will be the cost for 1 unit of bread 1 totals. So this is step number 1. Hope you enjoyed. We will move forward. So thank you guys for watching. Like, share, subscribe. See you next videos. You can also order financial models from scratch for your unique business ideas. At the end screen of this video I will give you the link to the playlist where I will be keeping all these tutorials. And when I finish this model I will give all the links in the description of this video, the way I've created this model from scratch. So thank you guys for watching. See you next videos. Thank you and bye.